Hey everyone, Pete Williams here. How are you? This is actually my very first um, video, and there's probably a good reason for that, and that is that I've always been technophobic. And I suppose being technophobic means that you avoid certainly technology and social media. But it's about time I confronted those fears, and so that's what I'm going to do. And so, as you say, this is my very first posting. So here I am, welcome. If you don't know me, I have a mixed medical background, both in exercise science and medical science. And I've been working in private practice in London for over 20 years now. I started those practices in '95, wow, long time. But I think there was a key moment for me, and that was 1997. It was a key moment over a few too many drinks on a Friday evening with pals in central London. And a friend of mine suggested that I should actually go and listen to this man. He's coming over from the US. He'll be in London for one day and he's going to do a medical conference presentation. So, you know what? I thought, well, go on, I'll give it a go. So that Saturday morning, slightly hungover, I trotted off to a hotel near Heathrow Airport. I cannot tell you how gobsmacked I was by how this man introduced this just most eloquent description of cardiovascular disease and how it developed and how everything that we'd learnt in the past was fundamentally wrong. And really, in the first 5 minutes, I was completely hooked, absolutely hooked. And of course, this man was the, if you like, the godfather of the functional medicine movement, Dr. Geoffrey Bland. And really, that started my relationship with functional medicine. I knew from that point on that this was really going to change the way I practice and change my life. And so I decided that from then on I would become a member of the Institute for Functional Medicine and then really go over to the US and do their courses and conferences. And that culminated in 2013. 2013 I was fortunate enough to be in the inaugural group of IFM certified practitioners. And really, functional medicine now is a sort of model of chronic disease healthcare that I am continually using and have essentially used for, I would say, the last 18 years in clinical practice. And it's a system where I have really great success in helping both my chronic disease patients, my corporate executives, and importantly now, I suppose, bringing to sort of corporations and corporate organisations what health actually is and how we can develop culture from that. 2016, I also went to the US and trained under Professor Dale Breseden's new Breseden protocol, which is the functional medicine model of how to certainly help or reverse cognitive decline and Alzheimer's. And that's something that we are, certainly I'm in a collaborative group in the UK now, really trying to work out how we can get that out to people who are suffering neurocognitive declines in the UK. And that's something we're working on at the moment. But really, 20 years in a movement, you have a lot of experiences, you learn a lot, you make a lot of mistakes. And I suppose I've got quite a lot to say. And being down this journey of becoming less technophobic means that I want to share some of my experiences and I want to share some of how we're looking at the research. Exploring the science, but explore the science that makes it a bit more simple for the man and woman in the street. I think there is too much science and a lot of people get confused. I mean, certainly that's my experience of dealing with patients and an executive over the last 20 years. They're confused. What is the right diet? What is the right training method? And the reality is that we're all completely unique and there is no right or wrong way. But join me. I'm gonna take great excitement in really looking to translate what we understand in as far as the science, but bring it down to really some simple measures that we can do day in, day out. So stay tuned. I've got some really exciting stuff coming up. I'm going to be video posting and I am going to be writing for once. So appreciate you listening. Join me on the journey and stay tuned.